Hello, I'm Mark Isselhart, Maple Specialist with the University of Vermont Extension. I'm happy to introduce the new maple syrup quality testing lab based out of the Proctor Maple Research Center. This is an exciting new project. It's funded through the Leahy Institute for Rural Partnerships, the UVM Food Systems Research Institute, and is a partnership with the Vermont Maple Sugar Makers Association. At its core, the testing lab is going to allow sugar makers of all sized operations to submit samples and have a third-party impartial testing for quality. Grade A maple syrup is graded on 4 attributes: color, clarity, density, and flavor. And we're excited to offer this to Vermont sugar makers and shortly beyond Vermont to all sugar makers in the maple community. Part of the funding allowed for the hiring of a new full-time specialist to focus on the lab testing and maple syrup quality. I'm excited to introduce Joanna Haas as that person.
Hello everybody, my name is Joanna Haas. I am the new maple quality specialist for the Maple Extension program. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the instruments that we're going to be using to measure the 4 attributes of maple syrup. We are at the Proctor Maple Research Center, and so that is where all these instruments are housed. So the 4 attributes are density, color, clarity, and flavor. For color, you may or may not be familiar with say a Hanna checker, but we have purchased a new spectrophotometer. So the samples will be received and measured on this instrument. It's much more accurate than, say, the Hanna checker. For density, we have a refractometer. You might be familiar with a hydrometer or maybe even a MISCO, but the refractometer that we have is a lot more accurate. And we can also measure multiple samples using our software. For clarity, we actually have purchased a new light box. This is for a more visual observation. So as we receive samples, we will be taking pictures of them and including them on final reports. And then the last attribute is flavor. So for flavor, we are doing a sensory assessment with trained personnel. We are going to be looking for typical off notes maybe found in maple syrup. Additionally, we will be reporting the flavor according to the grade that is submitted on the intake form. So thank you.